Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're feeling the energies today.
Yeah, we're on the
This
heels
week
of
we have a lot that's going on this week between that magnificent full moon in Pisces, the fall equinox, and we're moving into Mercury retrograde, which puts us into 5 or 6 retrogrades by the end of the week. So, whew,
wow.
there's a lot going on, sister.
Yeah. And we just roll with it.
Just roll with it. That's what Pisces shows us, right? Just go with the flow. Let the the waters.
That's me. Yep. And I was a little disappointed last night when I couldn't see the moon because it was raining, and I wanted to go out on the beach and celebrate that and go for a swim. And I could have still gone, but it just wasn't the same. But I went out this morning and I stood out in the waves, and
beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, we are here today for our goddess chat to discuss Lilith. Oh yes, goddess is what I have to say about Lilith, because when I was reading and researching for our initial post for the week, I was like, oh yes, come through me, I am with you.
I know.
I was like, let me invoke you into my life now.
Yeah.
So yeah, what a magnificent, amazing, powerful goddess aspect to be working with.
Right.
Yeah, let's get to sharing a little bit about her, and then we can talk about our own experiences.
Yeah, about her. The first woman. Okay, she set the bar for us goddesses. She is our what we aspire to be in many respects. The affirmation with her is, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. And a little bit about her story from our guidebook is that Lilith embodies our sovereignty to declare our desires and do what must be done in order to live them out. According to the Jewish folklore, Lilith was Adam's first wife. She was created from the same earth as Adam. So when he expected her to be subservient to him, she refused. Lilith explained to Adam that they were equal, made by God. So when Adam insisted again on her submission, Lilith uttered the divine names and flew away. I'm gone. Wow, and then he went to try to, he sent angels to go get her and bring her back. And she's like, no, I am my own woman. I'm doing my thing.
I'm going to do my thing, right?
I'm going to do my thing. And
wow, yeah.
And so she was kind of demonized after that. And so how, gosh, we are still thousands and thousands of years later, it's a lot is the same. A lot has changed, but
yeah, that's why our voices matter.
It really does.
So important. And that's one of the things I think as a practitioner and spiritual co-creator with clients that I encounter so often. And even in my own life journey, interestingly enough, I had some throat chakra imbalances going on in the last week, and even still now I'm having this kind of like throaty in and out with my voice box going on, and it's when that shows up, I'm very aware that I'm out of alignment of living in that truth, because our throat chakra is where our truth is expressed, right? So that is the expression of our truth. So your heart shows you what the truth is, and you express it into the world through your voice, through your
Right.
sound, through
I think
your
where we,
representation of who you are. Yeah.
and I think that's where so often we get stuck, because what our truth often is
out of alignment
is
with what we
what's
are being told it should be.
right, is no, this is how you are to be in this world. This is how, and woe to you, Lilith, who decides that no, that is not me. This is me. I choose to live the life I want to live, because it, you know, in your soul, and that makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Heck, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable to have to step into that space, because there's energetic entanglement. That's the word I want to use. Energetic entanglement from my ego self that has, and this is the veils, right? We talk about the illusions that we live within in this 3D world, right? Well, how do those veils get created? By these energetic entanglements created through the ego mind. And the ego mind is developed through what we're taught, who we spend time with, over our lifetime. So then we hit, and this is where I really think Lilith comes into so many women's lives right around 40.
Yeah.
I notice there's this shift that happens with clients that I'm working with, like towards the end of their 30s, moving into their 40s, and like all of the 40s seems to be this reclaiming. And if we look at the triple goddess, we have the maiden, the mother, and the crone, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the crone is wise. The crone is able to share her wisdom with the younger generation. It's in that time of the mother that what I see, especially with women, you come out of raising your children into this space where it's like, okay, I've done the children raising, and now who am I?
Right.
What is my purpose in life now, right? And that's not to say that everyone is that way. That's just an observation that I have, is that whether it's child rearing or not, there's something that clicks into place right around 40. And sometimes it takes until mid 50s before it clicks, but there's this click that happens somewhere between 40 and 60, let's say.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden we're like, I'm not doing this anymore. This does not feel good. I do not want to do this. No. And that's where I believe this energy of Lilith is rising back into awareness. Like it's this remembrance that this isn't true for me. This isn't an alignment for me. And so then the process of stepping into that power, stepping into that voice, stepping into that liberation. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, because it's so ingrained in us from when we were little. And I mean, we could spend a lot of time. We could just spend a whole week retreat with Lilith, but even,
and maybe we will, who knows?
That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, I mean, even the way young women are depicted in films, and just the whole princess paradigm that in the little, I don't want to speak out against one particular filmmaker, but the cartoons and the little girls watch, and even the little boys, okay, well, that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a princess, to be rescued, and all this, and you're supposed to look a certain way, and all of that. And no.
Well, and there has been a shift in that, I think, in the recent years, where those characters are beginning to be shown as empowered, and that's beautiful.
Right.
and necessary, because that honestly, the reason that the generation of women that I'm working with in this age range that I'm talking about are where they are is because the generation ahead of them didn't teach them otherwise, right? So now they have the opportunity to decide, how do I want to teach the generation behind me? And so that there's a meme I keep seeing. Oh, I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's going to escape me. But at any rate, it's basically, raise your women to be empowered, raise your children.
Right.
Be the empowered, surround yourself with the empowered, and raise your children to be empowered. And that is the essence, I think, of Lilith here, is that it's I don't need to earn my place in this world. We don't need to earn our place in this world.
No.
We are empowered, divine, magical creators. And without us, what would there be? So there's no need to have to justify that. Just know it and believe it. And again, it's at this point in our lives and the way that we were raised, maybe, we have to unwind that a little bit. We have to shift the mindset to a different vibration.
Subvert the dominant paradigm.
Yeah.
I heard that once a long time ago, and I just thought that is such a marvelous phrase. Subvert the dominant paradigm.
Yeah.
But we do recognize that when you're in that transition from mother to crone, and that we do owe it to our younger selves to pass on that wisdom. And whether it's received or not, it's one thing, but to acknowledge that we are our own person. And it's innate in us. We were born into that.
Yeah. So the question becomes, what do you want your life to be?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
What do you want your life to be? And let's call Lilith in to help you step into creating that, and to believing that you're absolutely worthy of that and deserving of it.
Yeah, it's such a good question. I'm just thinking, when you're thinking, well, I want it to be different. Something's wrong, this and that. And we just said, well, what do you want it to be? Not what anybody, what do you want your life to be?
Right.
Because you can create it and it's yours to claim, like you were saying. Own it, embody it.
So if you find yourself looking outside of yourself for affirmation of what you want, that's a messenger that you want to maybe look within and go, why do I need that affirmation? And it is a journey. It is a daily choice to decide every day, how do I want to navigate that?
And you don't have to do it alone.
No, you don't. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes.
And I was just saying, you don't have to do it alone either. You have your other Lilith goddesses to support you and lift you up and help you along that path. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah. So if there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
Yeah.
We're happy to step into that fire with you and take the embers, take the flames and embody them.
Love that.
To be empowered in it instead of feeling like you're just being taken down by them.
Together we rise.
Yes, goddess.
Yes, goddess. Love this.
Wow. Yeah, I'm all hot now.
I am too.
The heat is moving through. All right. Well, sisters, we will we look forward to to journeying with you. If you find that there's anything we can do to be of service in this specific area, let us know. We have the full moon was Monday, but we are having our circle Wednesday night tonight. So if you would like to join us, then check out the link and sign up, and let's talk about how we can harness this energy. And equinox, it's all about letting go. All about letting go. Letting go of the old paradigms, letting go of the old beliefs, letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. And this is a perfect time for Lilith to be showing up.
I think so.
Yeah. So with that, we wish you adieu. We'll see you again next week. Have a beautiful day.